What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to be reacting to Usher's bizarre behavior raises concerns, I think, regarding Diddy. So I know about the infamous Diddy wrestling, like grown adult Diddy wrestling like kid Usher for some fucking Fruit Loops or Cheerios or some shit. I don't remember. And that just being really odd. And then even like Kevin Hart in the video, and just all of it was weird. I've seen some previous Usher interviews talking about what was going on at the parties that he was at, like as a child. Just very weird stuff. Even like some of Diddy's behavior with Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber was really young. Listen.
At Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after two judges denied his request for bail.
Believe in him wholeheartedly. He didn't do these things, and we're going to fight this case with everything we have, as is he, and eventually he's going to be shown to be innocent.
You say his fame makes him a target.
Yes, in my humble estimation, his life, his safety is in jeopardy in any correctional lockup right now.
Now that Diddy is behind bars until trial, Cassie and others are back in public, feeling safe and ready to share their stories. This is about to get messy, so let's get into it. So we know that Diddy is not getting out of jail anytime soon because the judge has rejected his bail. And actually everything got even worse because as he was sent back to his cell, they decided to release some text messages. Before we get into those shocking text messages that Diddy sent Cassie, I want to remind you guys that he is going to be held behind bars for racketeering and sex crimes until his trial. And I wouldn't be surprised if they ended up charging him with more crimes as they continue this investigation. There are so many sketchy things happening. I just saw Usher deleted all of his tweets. I also saw the singer Pink deleted her tweets as well. So there are other people who I believe are implicated in this entire situation, and we're gonna see it all come to light, whether Diddy wants to face it or not. Actually, Cassie sent him a text message writing, "I'm not a rag doll, I'm someone's child," which we mentioned that pretty often when it comes to like violence, because I mean, we are all children of someone. We're a brother or sister to someone. We matter to people. So why would you beat on me like I'm a rag doll? She's clarifying she's not one. Actually, the lawyer told the judge there is a long-standing pattern of ABUSE here. The lawyer read messages where a woman claimed to be heavily drugged during an encounter with Diddy. Prosecutors allege in an indictment that multiple women said that Diddy had used recordings of those encounters as blackmail. Can you imagine being put on these substances? You don't know what you're taking. You're out of consciousness. Then you are harmed by this person and maybe his fellow friends. You manage to survive that situation. You leave with a bunch of trauma, and then you randomly get a message where you see a recording of this terrible moment where you were, incapacitated, realizing that this was sent to you as a threat. Now that is disgusting. Cinema claims was a payoff. Essentially, Diddy did some disturbing things, and he said, "Hey, I'll cover your rent." And it's like, okay, well,
What's crazy to do that with children and to do that with daughters. Like you have daughters of your own. Now I've heard some levels to this where the sons were involved and Diddy Mama was involved. So I don't know what I don't know. I genuinely do not know. But so maybe some extra freaky stuff was going around. So I mean, you know what, never mind, because I can't even if he had the family in it too, maybe he just didn't give a fuck.
Needs to be built. And that's why I don't put blame onto any certain person, even though there are definitely some of his associates that are going to be jailed up as well. The people who, need blame, they will face their consequences. Now, in the case of Cassie, you guys may remember that Diddy apologized when the video went viral. Right. Months prior, he said that this was a lie in Cassie's attempt to get money from him. Though in this moment, he took accountability, saying it was inexcusable. Cassie texted him, "I have a black eye and a fat lip. You are sick to think it's okay what you've done." On November 16th, 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. 3 days later, the lawyer told the court another woman texted the rapper about the suit, telling him, "I feel like I'm reading my own trauma. It makes me sick." So another victim came forward and said, "Hey, like this sounds like my exact story." She says, "It makes me sick how 3 solid pages, word for word, is exactly my experiences and my anguish. Here are some messages and a trigger warning. You drag me down the hall by my hair. I have bleeding cuts. You hit me in the head 2 good times." This person commented, "That someone's child just devastated me. These are people's daughters." Another person writes, "When he made them people walk for cheesecake, you should have known his ego was out of control."
Walk for cheesecake? Is this going to be explained? I really hope so.
Let's actually break down that reference because it's
Come
an
on.
important moment. We all know the show Making the Band. I actually just posted a video about some of the members coming forward against Diddy. Well, during the second season, it looks like Diddy sent his group, the band, on a challenge to fetch him cheesecake. This trek required them to walk over 5 miles across the Brooklyn Bridge. He made them do all of this without any use of taxis or public transportation, and it just sounds ridiculous.
For what reason?
Trying to embarrass them.
And Puffy just told us to go to the store in Brooklyn and bring him back a cheesecake and walk.
That see me on TV, punk ass bitch. It's crazy. If I walk to Brooklyn, I'm going home.
Wait, what? Why do they have to walk to Brooklyn? So unnecessary.
That's where I live, y'all. I'm not walking to Brooklyn. It's crazy.
Yo, it's called making the bitch, not making the band.
I would have been out there so quick. You can't get me to walk a mile outside. I'm not going to be walking 5, especially in New York, because I'm scared. I'll admit it. I live in fear sometimes. No, I don't live in fear, but, you know, on the streets I will. Looks like Diddy's living in fear, though, because he's placed on unaliving watch in jail, which actually turns out to be pretty routine. I mean, they don't want this guy to take the easy way out. After being denied bail twice, they don't want him to pull a Jeffrey Epstein.
I know someone who was on. Never mind. That's a lot getting into my business. See, that's why I just started talking.
At Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after 2 judges denied his request for bail.
People magazine reported that Diddy was in shock and his mental state was unclear. According to the Justice National Institute of Corrections, it looks like this unaliving watch is a supervisory precaution taken for inmates that require frequent observation. The Metropolitan Detention Center is known for being dangerous and understaffed with high numbers of deaths and unaliving. Oh, guys, like, do you ever think about, like, prison or jail? I know, like, probably some people who have watched this have gone, so comment below if you've gone to prison or jail, but I am so scared of it. Like, I truly cannot commit a crime. Like, I can't imagine going in jail. I'd be done. I mean, I don't want to say that, but, like, I can't imagine, right? Like, could you guys imagine? I don't think I would survive. Imagine me, especially me, my dramatic ass. Diddy's lawyer, Mark, requested his client be moved to a different facility in New Jersey, citing the poor conditions at this unit. The judge said that they can't make that choice. It would fall into the Bureau of Prison. Now, I do think it makes sense to move Diddy, especially if this jail isn't set up for him. Granted, I don't think he deserves any privileges right now, but I do think they need to keep him alive. And we've got the warden even claiming that his life is in danger. Diddy should watch his back in prison because a former warden at that facility says there's a whole lot of inmates who would love to see him gone. And also they'd love to be the one who said they did it. Although he's being held away from the general population, I mean, we heard stories about this prison, so I still don't think he's fully safe.
You say his fame makes him a target.
Yes, in my humble estimation, his life, his safety is in jeopardy in any correctional lockup right now.
There are other lawyers who are speaking out about Diddy because they know a little bit more about what he's going through. Like this attorney James, who represented rapper Casanova, who spent time in this facility, sentenced to 188 months for racketeering. He tells TMZ the conditions in the prison are even more dire than they sound. He said there are regular fights and assaults that break out in the prison and in the SHU. I guess that's where he's being held. Diddy will have very limited access to the library and the phone. James says it's harder for visitors to come and visit people in the SHU because it takes a long time to get up to the SHU, which I'm like, what do you mean get up to the SHU? Like an elevator? Like, is the elevator slow? The prison doesn't allocate more time, so even with regular visitation, Diddy will likely not see much of his family. Now, we have actually seen Cassie out and about.
I don't give it, like, I don't know. I don't have no type of sympathy because we've seen the things that we know. We're like, it's concrete. So, that kind of stuff, I wouldn't be too far-fetched that he has done more. There's stuff that you can see in videos, very, very, like intimidating behavior, like trying to make him like a power dynamic. And then, you know, the theories about Tupac, his late ex-wife, was it? But the 4 kids' mom, Biggie, all of that, like all of it wrapped up into, I have like no ounce of sympathy for him. I don't care. I'm having a hard time having sympathy for the kids. I have sympathy for the younger kids, but the ones that they're saying are somewhat involved, it's like it's a mixed feeling because I'm like, bro, they probably were raised and felt like it was okay, but then at some point I feel like you realized it wasn't okay. But then I'm like, dude, I don't know if they were getting like mistreated or what. I don't know. But one thing I do know is I don't give a fuck or feel bad for Diddy talking about he's so scared. Oh, okay. It seems like you had a lot of people scared multiple times for different reasons.
So the timing is, you know, different, but I wonder if she feels much safer now. Cassie was out and about in New York City, flashing her smile and soaking up the good vibes, while her ex Diddy is stuck in a whole other Cassie. This person wrote, and that's why he didn't get bail. That woman now feels safe to come out of hiding. Good for her. Another person commented, looking like a weight lifted off of her. She seems happy. Good for her. And now that he is behind bars, I am ready for everyone who has been wronged to come forward. Ex-rapper Shine says Diddy destroyed his life in 1999 with that shooting involving Jennifer Lopez. Shine said he pretty much sent me to prison. He said, this is someone who destroyed my life because he took all the blame and got a 10-year sentence. He said, I was in New York, an 18-year-old kid just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud. He wanted to be recognized for his talent and take over the world, but he didn't even get a chance.
18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him, and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed. He pretty much sent me to prison.
And look at this man now, just speaking his truth and, really recognizing that he should have I'm sure in hindsight, he wished he stood up for himself more in that moment and said, no, Diddy is in the wrong, but it's scary because Diddy was at the top. He became the fall guy for Diddy, actually Diddy at the time was known as Puff Daddy or Puffy. He changed his name because of this incident when 3 people were injured after Diddy fired a shot into a ceiling of a Midtown dance club. He was with Jennifer Lopez, and Shine was released in 2009 and deported back to Belize, where he is now leader of the opposition. Wow, what? He's in the Belize House of Representatives. Good for, Shine, this is your path. You were meant to lead in a different kind of way. Now I'm ready for Aubrey O'Day to come and speak out. I would love to interview her, but I think she's waiting for her Oprah moment. Aubrey O'Day is weighing in on the Diddy arrest, posting a cryptic message online about justice. It reads, the purpose of justice is to provide an ending and allow us the space to create a new chapter. Women never get this. I feel validated. Today is a win for all women all over the world, not just me. Things are finally changing. Aubrey tells TMZ, I never thought I would see this day. We all buried this inside of us in order to be able to keep going. It's not just me, but victims, you don't even know yet. We're all processing what type of vindication we can actually feel now. Every conversation I've had with victims last night has been beyond moving on all levels. Aubrey hasn't shared too many details, but she has spoken out, especially when that video went viral of Cassie being harmed by Diddy, saying Diddy did not apologize to Cassie. He apologized to the world for seeing what he did. I actually do want to hold on to what Aubrey's saying there, that the world is kind of changing, and I hope so. Even seeing Kesha update her song TikTok, which is like...
Well, I just feel like people are just getting exposed, to be completely honest. I don't think it's changing because I feel like the same kind of stuff happens where like people are doing terrible things and it takes a while for it to get exposed, but it'll eventually. I do believe that.
I think her #1 song ever, where she says, wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. And now it says F. P. Diddy, which I'm kind of living for. Because we're on the topic of Diddy, I want to give you guys a few quick stories. Because there's one clip that's going viral of Travis Scott running away from Diddy. You cannot make this up.
Yeah. Hey, yo, everybody, my baby bro, we here. Tomorrow it's time. It's time. What you gonna do to that thing?
He looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, they better tune in. They better tune in. Let's go. Let's go.
I would be running too. I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. This was a lot, but we're going to be on top of the entire...
This was a lot of good information. I am glad that in the right direction to all the victims. Because the stuff that I heard that was going on is ridiculous. Honestly, it's like I didn't realize no one would want to do a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing. But one thing I'm gonna say is either Diddy about to start snitching, people that are connected are about to start snitching. I don't know, but I feel like it's a lot of people that's about to go down with him. If he, hopefully doesn't take his life. This might be like a cleanse, a Hollywood cleanse. We might see everybody gone, all of them. This one about Usher. What the fuck? Why is Usher in the title? Very, very, very good news for all the victims, to be honest. For as far as his kids, that's very unfortunate, especially the ones that already lost their mom. But yeah, anyways, y'all comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.